smoke coming from you.
Well, meet Patsy. Patsy is a famous XK120. This is a 1954 XK120 and it belonged to the famous lady racer Patsy Burt. Patsy Burt was a fantastic racing driver, having 42 victories and break nearly 100 records, becoming one of the most famous and successful British female racing driver of all time. This XK120 was a car that Patsy Burt really loved, and this car stands as an icon of a remarkable period in British motoring history. It's one of the only 195 right-hand drive, and this car participated in various sprints and hill climb races. The engine. There we go. Ooh. Here we have a 3.8 liter engine. Usually this car, this XK120, was 3.4 liter originally, but of course they made a little upgrade, and it's not the only upgrade that this car has. You can see it has 3 carburetors. This is an SU carburetor. This is the inside. So we have a small glove compartment. We have lights. Oh, it's supposed to work. Do I have the... Oh, the battery is in here. And oh, this is the power switch. So this is why it's not working, I suppose, or not. Here we have a radio. Right, this is the turning signal, and it's coming automatically back. That's very cool. You see it's kind of flashing at some point, but we're gonna need to look into this. Another thing that is not working is the rev counter, and we're gonna need to look into that as well. We should start it and getting in the workshop, shall we? Choke. Galgal. Like that? Yep. Oh, without the choke. Nice. Now put this on the ramp. Oh, and the door is going back. Straight. As you can see, the rev counter is not working. But first let's see why it's running so rich. The plugs are totally black. So I'm cleaning them in some petrol, and after that we're gonna fit it back. But this stuff is so nice.
Yeah, it will, because it's rich.
Ah, she likes it rich. Then I make sure that I'm fitting the ignition leads in the correct order.
Right. You shouldn't need a choke.
Okay. And it's still running way too rich.
Oh,
Apologize for
it's
the
right here.
audio. For a few moments my GoPro had a seizure again.
So you can say that this is a small carburetor?
This is the auxiliary starting carburetor.
it wants to close.
We remove that and clean it. We also compare it with one from another XK120 just to see if it's what it's supposed to be.
I think.
This is Mudley.
That's the auxiliary starting carburetor. That's the choke. And with Matley luck, there's a thermo switch. So, positive volts from the ignition, through the coil, through the switch to ground.
And more details about it we can find in this book.
So it's that one. It's the fuel on that one. Now I paid £250 for that. Now they go for about 2,000.
Carburetor is connected to the first one. This is what you want to see. It's quite connected to the first one.
Yes, it's connected to the, so it's the fuel level in this one here that is crucial.
Basically, the starting carburetor is fed from the floating chamber of the first SU carburetor. On our Patsy, this is the first floating chamber, so it's time to take it off. But won't gonna be that easy. I can fish it with my fingers.
Like that. Okay. I don't know whether I can.
But maybe I can reach that there.
Go on, see if you can.
The washer is in my hand. Oh, I think I got it.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
You're a star.
But I tied it up there, so I need to take it out from there, no? Because you want to put the washer between these two, no?
I did tell you. And here's your washer.
I made it.
Well done. So that part goes underneath. In there.
On the top, yes.
Right. And you've got to slide that other piece underneath.
We don't have too much room to work, unfortunately, but my tiny hands did a job. I got it. To tie up the starting carburetor, we needed to sacrifice the spanner and to bend it. Now it's hot, no touchy. Time to see if that fixed the problem. Is the same? And unfortunately, is the same running range. Time for something else. Well, every car should have a lambda sensor, so she's gonna have one. Because obviously you saw that the spark plugs are really black, and this is gonna help us to adjust the mixture. Color tune. This is from the period of the dinosaurs.
You got a plug tool?
I do.
Boom. Okay.
Okay, I put it by finger.
Right.
So do I need to tie it up?
Yeah, but only just
Okay.
tiny bit. We want that on one of those. It's just going to be a push fit. That will screw on the other one.
This color tune is also called see-through spark plug. Basically, it's telling you if the car is running too rich or too lean.
Okay, then that goes on. And we're going to put this one on here. Down. And see the colour, or we can use the mirror at the top.
If the light is green, then it's okay. If it's blue, it's too lean. And if it's yellow or orange, it's too rich. We looked in the same book to see which screw is for adjusting the mixture. And we can see an orange light, which means it's running too rich.
I see orange.
Since the rev counter is not working and we are trying to adjust the idle speed in order to see how many revs the car has, we're going to use this timing icon that also has a digital display that shows the engine revolution per minute. And we've made it. No more black smoke, so time to take off the color tune and to fit the spark plugs. Next on the job list, the rev counter. The car has initially the rev counter connected to camshaft, but now it has an electrical rev counter mechanically driven. First on the checklist is the fuse box. It's very easy accessible, it's under the bonnet, so it's time to take it off. We've noticed some corrosion there and the multimeter has given us some random readings, so it's time to give it a good clean in our trusty truck wash. After a few minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner, we tested again with the multimeter and this time we have a steady value. So, time to feed back the fuse box. And I'm also feeding the fuses. But unfortunately that was not a problem, and as much as we try to avoid, it's time to take the dash off.
It looks complicated.
I've got to dry it, haven't I? 20 millivolts. Ready?
Okay. This is an oscilloscope and is used for looking for a pulse for each spark. Pulses from the ignition systems are generated as the engine rotates, which a rev counter converts them into DC voltage proportional to the engine's RPM. As the voltage increases, the RPM rises. Inside the rev counter is a rotating coil within a magnetic field. After we set it up properly, the moving coil meter, and we done that by rewiring this wire to this spring, to this finely coiled spring, which is S1. We found in the rev counter some dry solder joints, which means that the solder doesn't stick well to the parts, making a weak or breakable connection. Now it's time to reset the rev counter, and we're gonna use again the timing light gun. A timing light works by detecting the spark plug firing signal using an inductive pickup, then flashing a light synchronized with the spark to allow us to see the crankshaft pulley's position relative to the timing marks. This one has a digital display that shows the engine RPMs.
Yeah, you're having fun.
Oh, it's
Here
fine.
we go. The honour is all yours.
Now it's time for a final check after we fitted everything. And surprise! The car won't start.
Grumpy old lady. I told you they're moody.
And suddenly we have no spark.
I don't see anything. Yes, I just saw smoke coming from you. It's very hot. Smell something funny, no?
That yellow wire shorted inside our meter. I bet I bet it's the screw.
But the new one that we put?
Yeah.
What happened was a short circuit. Made it. If working at the auxiliary starting carburetor was quite uncomfortable because it was very tight, this is even worse.
It's melted plastic. And that.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
As a result of that short circuit, we burned a coil and the electrical ignition.
Are you in Hong Kong?
Right.
Alrighty, time to get angry while we try to fit those parts because we know that ain't gonna be easy.
Oh!
In the end, we managed to fit back the coil and the electrical ignition. After fitting the distributor cap, it's time to try to start it. Will it start?
Putting the key, which is somewhere here. I'm gonna wear.
Choke.
Good girl.
Hands off. We wanted to check the brakes and we also clean and lubricate the wheel hubs. And for avoiding having any more short circuits, we fitted this.
Oh, so this one is, so next time when that happened, they weren't gonna blow the coil, it will burn this fuse.
Now it's time for its first drive. Patsy ran super smooth and you can tell this car was made for racing. But then the window trim popped off and it was just hanging on by the wind. We tried our best to keep it from flying off on the highway because if we lose it here, it will be gone forever. Eventually, we found a place where we could stop safely and recover our trim.
Scratch the paint. Yes. We're going to be too noisy. Grab it.
And turns out it came off because of some dried up glue. So before anything else come off, we just went back in the workshop.
Look, this is coming apart as well.
Oh, everything.
It turns out that almost all the trim of the passenger side was about to come off. This trim has some black stuff on it, some black sealant, which has gone hard because it's old and somebody put some silicone on top of it. We're gonna try to get rid of that.
Bottom here.
We did notice that the car has some damp inside and we thought it's because of the way it was stored, but I think this bulge might have something to do with it.
So they put silicone or something.
If it's solid.
That sealant was serious stuff. Even with a file, we struggled to take it off. This is the trim that fell. Still the best tool is the file. I hope not. We can focus on that.
All that.
Oh, yeah.
You okay? Just another hour. You had lots of practice.
We use some tape in order to keep the trim in place while the sealant is getting dry. Next is the trim that actually fell. And I was quite generous with the tape, but in order to actually keep some pressure on it, we throw something else. It might not look good, but it's effective. We also noticed that at the antenna it's missing a part of the rubber, so we've put some more sealant there as well. And 2 days later the sealant was completely dry.